Hello, I'm Clarice Warner, the girl with the pearls, the founder and education director of the Professional Reimbursement Network, where coding education is key. And today I just wanted to take a few moments to give you some coding information you could use. Let's talk about the Federal Register. The Federal Register is the official publication of all rules and regulations, proposed rules, and notices provided by the government. In a previous blog post, I mentioned the final rules for both inpatient and outpatient. Those rules were actually published in the Federal Register. To aid you in your quest to become a certified marketable medical coder, you must familiarize yourself with the rules in the Federal Register that relate to reimbursement of Medicare and Medicaid services. Keep in mind that Medicare and Medicaid is the largest third-party payer. And so it's very important to know how to navigate the specific rules and regulations that they provide. Keep in mind that all of the government agencies place their information in this portal, the FDS, and this is the federal digital system. So again, you have a wealth of knowledge, but we're really only interested in the Federal Register. And so if you click on the Federal Register, it will bring you to a page that lists the year and the date. And so every day something is published in the Federal Register. So let's click Wednesday, January 18th, 2017. Again, keep in mind that all of the agencies report here. And so for our purposes, we are only interested in the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, or CMS. So click on there. And then next you'll see rules and regulations, and you'll see you'll see two issues, rules and regulations, and you'll see notices. So we're only going to just look at the rules and regulations, and that one is for the Medicaid program, the use of new and increased pass-through payments in Medicaid managed care delivery systems. Now, you'll also notice that the page numbers are listed there. So they provide you with the page numbers for whatever rule or regulation or topic that they are discussing. So you can go directly to that if you just happen to have the huge or want to search by page number. So again, once you click the rules and regulations, you have an option to click it as a PDF or you can click it as a text. I always click on the PDF versions. And so I want to point out a few helpful tidbits on the actual PDF document here. So looking at that, you'll see that you have the issuing office, and that's the Department of Health and Human Services, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. You also have, and this is important, the actual citation. So you may hear people, particularly in the legal field, when they reference things, and so 42 CFR Part 438, or it's also referenced as CMS 2402-F. Normally the F indicates that it's a final rule. If it's a proposed rule, you may see a P. So that's important too if you want to just look up information based on the actual title or the title of the document. That's helpful information as well. Then you'll have the subject. Again, this is the Medicaid program, the use of new and increased pass-through payments. You have the agency listed here. You have the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, as well as HHS, or Health and Human Services. Then you have the action, and that's important because it tells you, again, whether it's a final rule, whether it's a proposed rule. In this case, we're looking at a final rule. Next is the summary, and the summary is just a brief overview of the information contained within this particular section. Dates come next, and this is very important because it often gives you the effective date. So as I mentioned, this is a final rule, and the dates tell you when this final rule is effective or when it goes into effect. You also have a section for further information. And lo and behold, this is where you find a contact name and number of someone in the government that if you have further information or have additional questions, you can reach out to them and they will provide the information you need. And then lastly, you have the supplementary information. And this gives you the bulk of everything that's involved with this particular topic. So it gives you the background information. It gives, various sections. And so the supplementary information is really the meat and potatoes of this dinner. It actually tells what exactly is going on, who was involved, what the outcomes were. If they had questions or comment periods, they provide information on those comments and why they decided what they decided in this particular final rule. So that's a lot of information in the supplementary section. And so again, this is one more tool that you can add to your toolkit in your quest in becoming a certified marketable medical coder. Until next time, be safe, be kind, and remember, don't wish for it, work for it. Take care.